work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen.
Why everyone should live with their roommates.
Hey everyone, Nick here. Hope you guys are doing well. And whenever we talk about the idea of being vulnerable with the people that we care about, chances are that we come to associate it as a synonym for weakness. And I have to say that I disagree. To me, vulnerability is a quality like no other. It will deepen your relationships, make you more aware of a person, and most importantly, prove to be a quality that is indispensable in your personal and professional lives. Being vulnerable creates a disarming freedom to be yourself with the people that you care most about, and it creates a space for them to be authentic as well. And I'd argue that if we consider the most powerful and beautiful moments of our own lives, they were probably rooted in vulnerability. So today's video is all about why being true to yourself and being vulnerable with the people around you is hugely important. Vulnerability isn't good or bad. It's certainly not what we call a dark emotion, nor is it always this light, airy, or positive one. In fact, vulnerability is the core of all emotion and feeling. To feel is to be vulnerable, and to believe that vulnerability is weakness is to believe that feeling is weakness. If you really think about it, your vulnerability is the birthplace of your love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, accountability, and authenticity. If you want greater clarity in your personal life, then I think vulnerability is the path. Personally, I've always admired people that can show who they truly are without fear of rejection or reprisal. The people that can walk into a room and truly be themselves and engage with a variety of people. And if they turn out to not be liked by everybody, they're okay with that. The people that can also go and ask for help without the feeling that they're going to damage their image or reputation or some sort of status that they need to maintain. Often when we meet people, our divisions immediately become the objects of focus. We analyze our differences, the way we look, talk, walk, and act, and these seem as deal breakers to a potential friendship. And this is where vulnerability can provide tremendous value. To show vulnerability without being ashamed, without having to feel guilty for saying things that people would rather not talk about, and letting other people see the wounded parts of you is not an act of weakness, but in fact takes a great deal of strength to let yourself be seen in different colors, the colors of shame, guilt, hurt, and other uncomfortable emotions. It's so risky to own your weaknesses, but if you can harness it and use it to your own good, it will revolutionize and completely change the depth of your personal relationships.
I'm just saying, at that moment in your time in life, you feel like that's all that matters. High school, it's like, oh, this girl doesn't like me, this guy here, and it's all this drama, and you go into the real world and you know it's about just trying to make your mark in the world.
It's important to be vulnerable because it helps you see yourself and the people that you admire in a new, exciting light. For instance, I find it enormously appealing when leaders, people that we look up to in society, can reveal their vulnerabilities, when they can admit their missteps, and when they reveal things with which they struggle. These admissions not only strengthen our admiration and respect for them, but in fact make them appear stronger, the exact opposite of what our culture seems to train us to believe. People are drawn to the transformative power of vulnerability because it's rare to see influential people share something from their personal lives, especially something that they've struggled with, but also because these stories draw people closer to you and to your personal message. Vulnerability is uncomfortable and terrifying, and it requires a massive leap of faith, and it's important for us to remember that that's okay. We all have to make the same arduous jump into this weird limbo of trying to be ourselves, but also trying to uphold this reputation or this glass image that we can't seem to break out of. Clearly, our fears about showing vulnerability are not unfounded. It's a very difficult thing to do, but it's important to remember that we're human. We're not robots, we don't have it all figured out, and we are so far from perfect. These are universal truths that apply to everybody. We all make mistakes, and what's inexcusable is making the same mistake again. So when we pretend that we aren't vulnerable, and when we deny the delicate parts of who we are, it not only separates us from ourselves and our dreams and aspirations, but it separates us from the people that we care most about. When you deny your vulnerability, you erect a wall that does not allow for meaningful connections or personal growth. And so as a parting word, this one goes out to all of you that may have walked into a room in the past, as I have, and been hesitant to say something because you were scared of being rejected or turned away or being seen as that guy or girl who's disagreeable. I implore you to go out there, be more vulnerable, and be true to yourself. Talk about the things that inspire you and motivate you, or the stuff that makes you happy, sad, or miserable, and I promise you that it will deepen your relationships, and you will also open up a personal space for other people to be their authentic selves as well. My best conversations and my best friendships have come from this open space of vulnerability that I've tried so hard to express in this video. And with that, I will leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nikhil. I'm so appreciative of your viewership. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know down below with a like or a comment, maybe a subscription to the channel. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I am also very active, or go check out my storefront where you can get a hoodie or a hat or a crew neck, maybe even a museum print if that's something that you're into as well. Last but not least, I will see you guys in the next one.
You understand, I don't just know.